In today's video, we're going to talk about the signs that you are ready for awakening a goddess within, that you are ready to awaken a divine feminine within you. Number one sign that you are ready for awakening is when you struggle to connect to your intuition. Intuition is a key aspect of feminine energy. So when you struggle to make decisions, when you feel disconnected from your gut feeling of the situation that you are in, whether it's financial, whether it's career, whether it is your relationship, when you feel that you can't trust yourself and you have to look for the outside sources to guide you and to give you answers to your burning questions in life, it is a sign that your intuition is staying dormant and that it is time to awaken your intuition, to trust yourself, to follow your gut feeling, to follow your inner knowing. This is one of the signs that you are ready to reconnect with your feminine energy. Number two sign that your feminine energy is calling for attention if you are struggling with balance in life, if you find yourself neglecting your self-care, if you find that you are overemphasizing masculine energy in your life, which will be productivity, which will be goal setting, goal chasing, which will be seeking validation. If you find yourself that you are burning out because you have lost the balance of life, work, your self-care balance, and you finding yourself struggling with the burnout, you finding yourself struggling with being anxious all the time, that is a sign that potentially you have lost your feminine energy. Your feminine energy is asking to be brought to your life. When we are so in masculine energy, and again, today's society and how the world is today is perpetuating us to be more masculine, to follow the goals, to chase after money, to be in the rat race of this societal world. It is so important to return back to your wisdom, to your inner knowing, to nurturing your inner self, to put more emphasis on your feminine energy. And that is a sign that your body, your spirit, your mind needs more of a divine feminine in your life. Number three sign that you are ready to awaken your divine feminine is to deepen your self-care. You are being pulled to deepen your self-care and embrace vulnerability. Unconditional love is intrinsic to feminine energy. Unconditional love and nurturing of yourself. If you are being pulled and called towards more of a self-love practices, to nurture yourself and mother yourself in this beautiful, nurturing way, that is a sign that you are being called to deepen and embrace your divinity, to embrace your feminine energy. And again, because of the society and because of the fact that we as women are naturally nurturing and giving, we can be so lost in trying to please everyone around us, seeking validation, trying to fulfill everyone's wishes before we actually check in with ourselves, with our bodies, with our mental health. It is so easy to get lost in that. And so the sign that you are being called to deepen and to awaken your divine feminine is to take care of yourself. Fill your cup first. Fill your own cup first before you go and serve everyone around you, whether it's your children, your partner, those that you love. It is so important to nurture yourself first. You are no good and you will not be any good to anyone if you are angry, sad, if your feelings have been suppressed, if you have been neglecting yourself. This is the call for you to start awakening your divine feminine. Number 4, sign that it is time for your divine feminine to awaken, is recognizing patterns of self-suppression and ignoring and neglecting your emotions. In today's society, women have been told, and everyone, women and men, we are being told that having feelings, emotions expressed, it's not welcomed by the society. We are being taught to wear a mask and to basically be pretentious and to fit into the mold of a societal expectation. So when you are being called to awaken your divine feminine within you, this is the time for you to honor your emotions. This is the time to recognize, how am I feeling and why am I feeling what I'm feeling, and with no judgment and with so much compassion. It's so important to recognize those emotions, to honor them, to allow for your self-expression, allow for you to be the authentic version of yourself, to honor who you are and accept who you are with love and compassion and no judgment. Recognizing that every emotion and every feeling is welcome. You are a human being having this human experience, and all emotions, they're not either good or bad, they're just what they are. There are emotions and feelings, and for you to start the journey of awakening, it's important to recognize those feelings and emotions and honor them as if you were honoring them for your best friend, for your child. It's so important to take the time to be with yourself, to recognize what triggers you and what different situations and people and different circumstances, what they trigger in you, and look within, because all those feelings and emotions are messengers. They have and hold a potent message behind, because there might be some inner child healing that needs to take place. There might be some feelings and emotions that stay dormant and therefore create overwhelm. They create you being more in a fight or flight or freeze mode and being more masculine in your life and in your expression of who it is that you are. So it's important to revisit your feelings and emotions and release them, whether it's through practices of breath work, whether it's through journaling, whether it is through dance, or just sitting with yourself and lighting the candle and feeling whatever wants to come through with no judgment, and inviting that with compassion. I think that's so vital for healing, for awakening your divine feminine, but also for your mental health. Your physical body is holding all of those feelings and emotions suppressed. So if you have any manifestation of sickness or disease, is dis-ease in your body, and that means that there might be some emotional charge that needs to be channeled through, and it needs to be released and relieved from your body. So honoring your feelings and emotions is an amazing way of honoring your divine feminine and stepping more into your feminine self. So now I'm going to share a few practical ways how you can start harnessing your divine feminine and how you can start reawakening yourself to your divine feminine. And number 1 is connect with nature. Of course, Mother Earth is nurturing, forever giving, it's abundant, and that is feminine energy. Feminine energy goes with the intelligence of the universe, it goes with intelligence and the flow of life. So when we can connect to nature, we can start reawakening the intuitive self, we can start nurturing ourselves, we can reawaken those forgotten facets of our life. We can start reawakening those parts of us that are vital for our feminine body, for our feminine spirit and soul, when we can be in nature. When we can be in nature, we can be present. We can quiet our mind. We can nurture and feed our soul by reconnecting to Mother Earth. So it's so important to get ourselves out there. Today we live in a world where we are in four walls all day long. We go to the gym, we stay in the office, we stay at home, and we don't move, but two, we don't reconnect to where we came from. There is a potent energy coming from the earth. Earth is feeding our physical body. We are in sync with the earth, with nature, when we surround ourselves with nature. So whether it is walking barefoot on the sandy beach or in the forest, or whether it is just sitting in your garden surrounded by flowers, this is nurturing your feminine, your divine feminine. And it's so important to start reconnecting and being mindful to allow yourself to make time around nature, because that is nurturing your body and your mind and your soul, and it's leading you towards your intuition. It's leading you to be more reconnected with yourself, more at peace. All the answers that you need are within you, and when we can allow for that peace and quiet within ourselves by connection to nature, we can start harnessing more of a feminine energy in our life. Number 2 practice that you should implement if you would like to be more feminine and more at ease in your life is practice self-care. And of course, no surprise that self-care is an intrinsic part of being feminine and staying in your divine feminine energy. But we want to think of a self-care on the level of spiritual mind and physical body. So it's not about just pampering yourself every so often, but it is about taking care of your mind. So doing practices like meditation, like being mindful with yourself. It's about being creative. It's about allowing yourself to do things in life that actually are rejuvenating you, whether it's spending time with family, whether it's going for a walk, whether it is booking for that massage that you told yourself you need. All of these things are self-care, and spiritually connecting to yourself, being intuitive, being with yourself, honoring your feelings and emotions is all the practices that fall under self-care. So taking care of yourself will help you starting tapping in and tuning in back into your feminine energy. And when you are taken care of, everything else starts to flow differently in your life. Your interactions with people are different. Your way and your perspective on life is different. You're building the resilience towards challenges, because at the base of who you are, you have taken care of yourself, and therefore self-care in all the facets of your life is so important. And the nurturing part of it as well, when you can be gentle with yourself, remembering that our female body is not made for the masculine action taken all the time. Of course, we are just as good and we are perfect in pursuing dreams. We are perfect in taking action. We are perfect with multitasking. We are absolutely okay with doing these things. But when we just stay in that energy all the time, it is detrimental to our physical, emotional, and spiritual body. So it's so important to take care of yourself in that way, when you take care of yourself in the most feminine way. Number 3 tool on how to be more feminine, or how to awaken your divine feminine, is meditation and visualization. Meditation to me is a big part of my mental health, of my physical health, of my such a busy mind, and it's a powerful tool to awaken your divine feminine, because you can visualize a beautiful golden white light surrounding you, connecting you to the earth, connecting you to the universe, feeling at one with the universe, feeling at ease with where you are in your life, reminding yourself that you are exactly where you need to be, trusting the process, trusting the divinity of this world, trusting the universe, trusting that you are being supported and guided. Through meditation practice, you can really reconnect with yourself by opening your heart, by calming your mind. You can really start reconnecting to your divine feminine energy by doing these practices. And the reason I say it's a practice, because it is a practice. If you have never meditated in your life, be prepared that this might be difficult. It might be hard for you to quiet your mind, but just understand that your mind and your brain is producing 60 to 80,000 thoughts a day, and that is brain's function. So brain will never stop thinking, but you can definitely start calming your mind, and you can definitely start slowing down brain waves in your brain by the practice of meditation. And by doing that, you can become observer of your thoughts with no judgment, reminding yourself that you are not your thoughts, and the thoughts are what they are thoughts. So when you can allow yourself for that introspection and be with yourself and visualize being surrounded by goddesses, being surrounded by the archetype of feminine, whatever that is for you, or being surrounded by golden white light, the light of highest frequencies, you can start calming yourself down, and you can start embodying the practices of feminine energy and embodying the divine feminine within you. Number 4 practice that you can start implementing to reconnect and awaken your divine feminine is sacred feminine rituals. And that is journaling, lighting a candle, that is a hot bath. I do this ritual when I'm in the bath, and whenever I want to release anything that no longer serves me, or I feel heaviness in my chest, or I feel like I have a lot of emotions, when I'm done with my bath, I'll just allow for the bath to flow, to drain. And when I lay there, I meditate on releasing whatever is no longer needed in my life. I would use that simple practice of just having a bath as a ritual. I would often light a candle and just sit with a candle and just notice the burning flame and focus on my breath. Journaling is another way of self-healing. It's so potent, it's so powerful to journal, to channel your feelings, your emotions, so that you can just almost do this brain dump that you no longer need, and express those feelings and emotions. And of course, feel them. Allow for those feelings and emotions to go through. Find anything that you can incorporate in your life as a ritual. Pick one. Don't overwhelm yourself with so many rituals that you're just not going to do them. Small steps into more mindful life, and incorporate those practices, those rituals into your life, so that you can start reconnecting with your divine feminine. Honor yourself on the way. Be patient with yourself. Be compassionate and non-judgmental. That's so important when you're starting to reconnect, maybe for the first time in your life. You decided that you want to reconnect to more of a feminine energy, and that practice of creating a ritual out of your meditation practice, sitting with a candle, journaling, hot bath could be a ritual. Find what's the ritual that will work with your lifestyle, that will work for you, because you have to remember that feminine, it's not linear. To awaken your divine feminine is to know yourself and to find out who you are and what works for you as well. Be open to just be playful with this reawakening of your divine feminine. It's important to be in the flow of your progress, of your process, of your practices, and be scattered if you have to be. I am naturally very scattered with my energy, with how I am, with how I do things. So one day I will feel like lighting a candle and I will follow my guidance, I will follow my intuition, and another day I'll sit to meditate, another day I'll go for a walk. I want to think about reawakening your divine feminine as a birth. So birth can be messy, it can be hurtful. Obviously, when you're trying to change is difficult and it could be hurtful. But after the chaos, there comes a beautiful bliss of rebirth, of the birth of a child, a birth of new life. And you want to think about your journey as awakening the feminine, divine feminine within you, as it's okay to be messy, it's okay to be scattered, it's okay to try new things, it's okay to follow your intuition and follow whatever your heart's desire is at the time, and follow that and trust the process, that you are reawakening yourself, you are opening yourself, and you bring in what has been staying dormant into the light, and be patient with it. Number 5 way to embody and awaken your divine feminine is creative expression. So allowing and doing things, activities that awaken the expressive flow and creative flow in your life. Whether it's dancing, singing, writing a poetry, whether it is creating something from scratch, all of these things are the expression of the divine within you. We are all very unique. So for me, it's dancing, for me, it's singing. Whenever I want to elevate myself and feel more at ease in life, I will dance, I will sing, I will write, I will go into nature. Nature is a very big part of my life and it's important for me. And that's how I find myself again. That's how I realign myself back to my feminine. That's how I reconnect with myself again, and find the creative practices that are you, that are authentic to you, with no judgment or expectations. Just create, just be, just go and dance for an hour without worrying about wasting time on it. We have been so diminished and so damaged with our mindset around fun and creativity and what's allowed and not allowed. I want you to be the full expression of who you are and remind yourself of your childlike expression, who you were when you were a little girl. What was the thing that made your heart sing? And reconnect with your inner child in that way, and in the most nurturing and feminine way, again, with no expectation and no judgment. Just be the feminine woman that you are, and have no judgment over yourself, and don't allow for the societal norms to shatter what's staying dormant within you. Because when you can reconnect to your feminine self, girl, you are becoming so powerful, because patriarchy has been keeping the feminine dormant and society have been the way it has, is because feminine energy is very, very potent and it's very powerful. Women who are connected to their feminine self are very powerful because they're very aligned with themselves. They know what they want. They don't listen to anyone. They listen to themselves. They listen to their intuition. They follow their heart. They are no longer pleasing and catering for everyone around and neglecting themselves. As you can imagine, patriarchy has perpetuated that to use women because of their nurturing nature, because of it's easy to control a female who's not in her power. So this video here is to remind you that you hold an immense power within you, and you can only understand and you can only honor your uniqueness and your unique divine feminine that you're holding within your heart and within yourself. And last but not least, number 6 point on how you can start reawakening your divine feminine within you is to honor your body. Feminine energy is carried within your beautiful vessel. So mindful movement like yoga allows you to express feelings, release any emotions and feelings in your body. It is connection of mind, spirit, and body together in one beautiful practice. So, as you know, I am a yoga teacher and I'm a big advocate for moving your body in that very feminine way. Another way of honoring your body is the food that you feed your body with. And it's so important to look at your body as this beautiful temple, the vessel that you honor and respect. And therefore, the choices that you make when it comes to your food choices, they are mindful, and you ask yourself a question: how is this serving my vessel? How can I serve and nurture and nourish my body through the foods that I'm eating? It's so important to be connected to that all the time. Every time you make a choice, every time you make a decision of what your body needs, listen to your divine knowledge. Listen to your inner knowing. Listen to what your body needs at the time and honor it. Honor it with beautiful, subtle movement of whether, again, walk in the woods or yoga practice, or some stretching, just gently moving your body, or some subtle dance, or any dance really, because that is very feminine in general. But nurture your body in that way. And whenever you're making decision to eat, and you're making decision of what you will put into your body, ask yourself a question: is this going to honor my body? Is this going to feed and nourish? Am I giving my body the nutrients that my body needs? And am I being gentle and feminine in that way? By incorporating these practices and these tips into your everyday life, you are opening yourself up to the truth of who you are: a feminine, beautiful being that's here to nourish and nurture the world around you. When you honor yourself, you start awakening to the fact that you have a purpose in this lifetime. You can connect to your dharma, to your purpose, to your soul's calling by taking care of yourself. And the more you open up to the divine feminine within you, the more you can serve this world, whether it's your family, whether it's your friends, or whether it's a bigger vision that you have for yourself. You can then start doing that. But first and foremost, you need to take care of yourself. You have to nurture the divine feminine within you on every day basis so that you can live a life of peace, fulfillment, and balance. And that is my wish for you. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you found it helpful. Subscribe to this channel and share it with those that you love. And I can't wait to connect with you on the next episode. Take care.